my grandma won a beauty pageant, and the news got to the ship that my grandpa was on at the time. And it was in the newspaper, and he saw the newspaper clipping, and he said he remembers seeing her legs. I guess she had great legs.
Good morning. Happy Friday. Today is Remembrance Day in Canada and Veterans Day, I believe, in the States. So Lou and I are heading down to the cenotaph for the 11 o'clock ceremony, Remembrance Day ceremony. Both wearing our poppies today to remember. So kind of an interesting story related to Remembrance Day. While we were at my parents' last week, my mom showed me a newspaper clipping that had the obituary of my great uncle, Allison, and he was a tail gunner in an airplane in World War II and was shot down. He was young, I think 20 something, like early 20s, 24, so younger than us. And it's just interesting to see those stories, and I think it kind of makes it a little more real too when you hear these like interesting stories of young men who died in the war, and he had a fiance, and it just, yeah, it just kind of puts things into perspective. And I think, you know, like Lou with her grandpa being in the Navy, I don't think he was part of World War II, but he was involved in the Navy, and just being a part of that makes it a little more real, and it makes you just want to kind of respect people's decisions to risk their lives to keep us safe. So here we go.
Hey guys, happy Friday, happy Remembrance Day and Veterans Day. It's always a good day to reflect, to thank, and to remember the people that have fought for our country and are continuing to fight for our freedom and country. And I like to just take this day and really just reflect on that and be thankful for family members that have gone before us. It's just crazy to even think about giving your life for your country. Ralph thought I should share a story. Speaking of family members, my grandpa was in the Navy, and he used to tell a great story, and I will not do it justice, but he was a great storyteller. He actually passed away 4 years ago this month, and so I often think about him on Remembrance Day as well. But he was in the Navy, and he has a great story of when he met my grandma. I guess they had, I will not do the story justice, but I'll try. Sorry, Grandpa. They had met, I think they were dating, and then they split up, my grandpa and grandma. And he went out on the Bonaventure, which is the ship that he was on in the Navy. And while he was out on the waters, my grandma won a beauty pageant, and I guess she was very beautiful, and she won. And the news got to the ship that my grandpa was on at the time, and it was in the newspaper, and he saw the newspaper clipping, and he said he remembers seeing her legs. I guess she had great legs. And anyway, he's like, "That's my girl," or something rather. And after his trip, I guess he went back and they ended up being together again. But I could just picture a bunch of Navy guys gawking over a newspaper clipping of my grandma. But I just love that story. I think it's so cute. We had a really great day today we went and visited the cenotaph. It was just a really great reminder that we need to be thankful and just respectful, and yeah. So anyway, that's my story. Don't know what else to say about that, but have yourself a great weekend, and thank you to all the veterans. Happy Veterans Day, happy Remembrance Day, and we'll see you guys on Monday.